All right, so I had a pretty much whole entire I had the whole entire video um, uploaded, and people on text right now. It's not important. Put it aside. All right, so I had a whole entire video uploaded. Nope, recorded, not uploaded. I had a whole entire video recorded, and I realized I forgot to show off two books because I put them in two different places for no reason. And I was getting the shelf behind me is the only and then over here, but this shelf behind me was the only place I was getting books from. So somewhere at the top, somewhere one was here, somewhere down here at the bottom where you can't see them, but it wasn't like I had them over there or anything like that. So I had no idea why I put them there. I guess I was starting to think that I was gonna stack them here. That's where the two books were on the top of this shelf on the side of that one. If you guys want to know what it actually is, you can't see it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. And this style of videos, I really would like to try and do, having the comics right behind me while I'm talking about comics. However, unless I want to deal with uh, even crappier quality for my camera, I can't. I'm going to test it next time on the iPad because that is where I usually film from. And that's fine. I don't mind the quality of that, but this one is just like I feel like the shadows are darker here than they are on the iPad. And no, it's not because of the fact that the sun isn't out right now. It's kind of overcastish. I don't think that has anything to do with anything because we've had like completely overcast days, like not no blue skies in sight, and the picture quality was still just fine. So, and I also don't think it has anything to do with where I'm filming either. But without further ado, let's get into it. First two books up is Ava's Demon, written and drawn by Michelle Fuse. The good thing about doing this second time around is that I can rectify certain mistakes. And I don't know why this taskbar is still there. You would think I could go full screen and the taskbar would not be visible on my end. But whatever. So yeah, it says it's going to go down to. Right. So book one, Reborn of Ava's Demon, and then book two. I wish what book two is called. Aftermath of Ava's Demon. This is one that I always knew existed, so to speak, but I just never was too interested in purchasing. I just thought it would be made for that young adult crowd that always like buys up the Teen Titans Raven books and like all those DC young adult ones. And I kind of thought to myself, if I ever do want to read it, I'll just check out my library's copy. I'm kind of glad I didn't because already I'm glad I didn't because of how thick this book is. I would be tempted to read this all in one sitting so I could get to the next book. Because this is also an OGN. This does not go by chapters. Actually, it does go by chapters. Sorry, this does, but it's still an OGN, based off of the original graphic novel, based off of the webcomic. That's all this is. It's just reprinting the webcomic in physical format. I have to make sure that I'm showing off the artwork. Okay. And my finger's like covering that, isn't it? Can only hold it for so long. So there you go. You know what? I'll try and get closer. Come on. Yeah, I can't. That's the thing about doing artwork is my fingers are gonna cover some of it. It just looks so awkward. All right. So that's that. I'm not gonna show the artwork for volume two. If I have a series with several volumes that I buy all at once, I'll only show off volume one. If I don't have volume one that month, like let's say let's say I was collecting Radiant to Black and I have volume 6 with me right now, I would show you the artwork for volume 6, not go all the way back for volume 1. Because that wouldn't make any sense to do that. Silver Lake by John Surplatin, and the artwork done by Andrea Muti. See, that's easy. I think it was just how thick that book was. It's so hard to show you off the artwork. Like what I think I had to do with Starry Godman. That was an absolute travesty there. I'm going to go over these pretty quickly. If you want me to go more in depth, wait for tomorrow's video where I do go more in depth. I don't tell you what the story is because sometimes I do like going in blind with some of these books unless I already know what the book itself is called. Unless I already know what the book itself, the plot of the book. My God, why can I not say that? Moving on. Self Help, written by Owen King and Jesse Kellerman, with artwork done by. Glad that it's in cut because I never went over that. I'm gonna assume Mariana Ignazzi. I don't understand why they don't tell you what the. It's one thing to make your comic have this like not appeal to it, aesthetic to it, and that's fine. But on the next page, you should say, this is the writer, this is the co-author, this is the artist, and this is the colorist, if applicable. I don't know why they don't do that here. I know I don't even know if Owen King technically writes this book because he's not credited on Image Comics, which leads me to believe, oh, it's Jesse Kellerman then. And it's like a Berserker kind of thing where Keanu Reeves did not write Berserker. He just was involved in the making of it and responsible for marketing and whatnot. But Matt Kindt was the only writer. Then there's the artwork for Self Help. Radiant Pink, written by Megan Camarena and Melissa Flores. Artist Kevin Kubert and French Carlomango. Two colorists Rebecca Netwelty and Matea Ayanoko. Here's the artwork of Radiant Pink. These Radiant Black spin-offs, I always get I only get them. I like the writer. Like Radiant. No, not Radiant. Come on, brain. Come on, kick in. The one written by Matt Groom, whatever he did, Infernal Red. I only bought that because it was the last of what I needed from Matt Groom at that time. Radiant Black is just, there's so much of it. It's getting to the point where it's like almost like Spawn, where there's several spin-offs being announced every year, and honestly, I lose track. So there's that. Because right here, there's Radiant Black, and there's Rogue Sun, Dead Lucky, which you will see Volume 2 of next, Infernal Girl Red, Radiant Pink, which I have my hand here, and Cowl. And one that I forgot to mention, or maybe it was just too. This is older than the other one, but is Radiant Red. So that is 7 different series. Now, thankfully, this, along with Radiant Red and Infernal Girl Red, all 3 of them are mini-series. So only gonna wait till the trade comes out, like if I do, and you only got to get one trade. I should have said it. Trade waiters like me only have to get the one trade. Dead Lucky Volume 2. We didn't start the fire. I did not say that at all. No, I did. Did I? Am I complete? You guys can tell me tomorrow, or we can see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. Here's the artwork for Dead Lucky Volume 2. Oh, and why am I doing these if I already showed these off? We're going to be showing these off again tomorrow. It's just in case I make a mistake here. Hey, I can fix that mistake with the next cut where it's the complete February 2025 haul. Now this time around, it's kind of even more redundant because I already uploaded complete February 2025. So here that doesn't make any sense, sure, but also, I forgot to mention some things here that I mentioned in the February haul, so I can rest easy knowing I mentioned them in tomorrow's video. So there is that, too. Like, I can make mistakes even on the second cut that I didn't make the first cut. Let's get really loud in the house, so let's keep going. No, it's not. Writer is Melissa Flores. Artist is French Carlomango. And colorist is Matea Lacano. Oh, color assist, of course. They have 20 different color assists. Color assistant for 11 and 12 is Luca Mattioni. Alright, now I can show the artwork and I can move on to the next book. And here's the artwork for Dead Lucky. Again, I feel like it's too far away. And last but not least, we have Kill or Be Killed, written by Ed Brubaker with artwork by Sean Phillips. The only book this month I had read before. And there's a reason for why I must have liked it a lot. I must have really liked it if I got it, and you'd be right about that. And why do we have bunched up pages here? It's not cool. Alright. It's a thick book, so I'm going to try my best to show off the artwork, but no promises of it being at all adequate. It's very dark. You can't see much of anything. There we go. Very good artwork. Very good story. Very good everything. And that, as I say, is that. And I can actually say that and mean it.